What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to I Fell in Love with the Second Prettiest Girl in Class. I think this time with episode 2. It was a pretty fun first episode. Of course I related quite a lot to the characters. I'm a massive fan of horror movies, B-horror movies. Haven't seen an awful lot of like shark and crocodile movies to be honest, but quite a lot to relate to for me last week. Quite charming in regards to the characters. It was just, yeah, pretty damn good start last week, so I look forward to picking up where we left off here. Sorry, my bum kind of hurts. I was sitting for quite a while now. My cheek's gone a bit numb. Okay. Trying luck with all the ladies, is he? Well, start with the prettiest, then the second, then the third. Oh wow, that's brutal. And even bigger now. Damn. You got less chance of being my friend than my boyfriend. I don't know how that works out, but that'd certainly be a tough one to take. Cool. Ah. You just got the prettiest girl's number, bro. Interesting. You know what? That would be a pretty interesting revelation. What if the prettiest girl ends up liking this boy, who likes the second prettiest girl? That'd be a pretty interesting little triangle, actually, wouldn't it? I'm not a massive fan of my love triangles in anime, honestly. I think they're always so obvious. So I'm not sure that would be the best direction the show could go. It would be interesting to see what they do with it, but it's always just so obvious. I've never experienced one in anime, especially, that surprised me, or that's like even slightly interesting. I think back to like, it's one of the main reasons I stopped watching Blue Box. I hated Blue Box. It's so predictable. And it felt pointless. Like, damn, we're really going to spend all this time on something where everybody knows the outcome towards. So, yeah. But this does remind me, I need to get this song on my playlist. This is probably one of my favourite songs that's released this season. There hasn't been too many openings or endings I've absolutely like loved enough to like add to my playlist, to be honest. But this is definitely one that needs to get on there. Man, these guys love their grease, don't they? They love their greasy fingers. Cheeto ass fucking fingers right here. Sorry, this is going to be incredibly stupid. Just like, this is just annoyed me a little bit. There's no way that much coke is split between those two glasses. There's no way, bro. No way. Especially considering the end of the bottle is that, like, yeah, that's just annoyed me a little bit. That makes no sense, guys. How have you got 2 cups of coke with what looks like a swig's full? Just press play a couple seconds early. expectations, reputation. It's the kind of thing you want when you're younger, but especially me, as I grew up, you want that less and less. You actually want less of that stuff that comes with that. I agree. Sorry, guys. You're okay in my books. Nice to see him smart like that, isn't it? No screen peeking either. God, it's been so many years since I played like a split screen game. So many years. You imagine things. He's on the plane. Destroy. I mean, that's a little bit edgy. Destroy. Honestly, it looks better than your outfit. I think his outfit looks better than yours. Got the ankle swingers on she has. Although I do think they suit women pretty well. The trousers like that. So what did she say there? A horn. So I've seen a movie. I think a couple movies about. I think I've never been to one of these or anything, but I think these things called like haunts. I think they're like places that people like hire out, or like buildings people hire out, and they make it a bit like a kind of scary maze, or like a kind of scare kind of room or something like that. I forget, but I've watched a couple movies about them. I guess I can get that up quickly. Was that what she was referring to there? I think there's two. I think there's Haunt, and then I think there's Haunt One, and yeah, I think it's about like these group of people that go to like an escape room, kind of like horror room type thing. I think it is. That what I mean. That I was thinking about that because obviously they're big fans of horror. So is that what she was like? So this store's your usual haunt. I don't really know like how to take that sentence. Like, you haunt this store, or this store is like I don't know. But that's the thing I just spoke about. The first thing that came to mind, but I guess I was wrong there. Doesn't really fit in this context, does it? I don't know. Stop saying San. Chan. Asanagi Chan. Just do me. This is always such a difference between like pretty much everywhere else in the world and like Japan, isn't it? With the honorifics, like first name basis. Like I'd never go about calling like a girl at my high school like Mrs. Sakanagi. Fucking hell, any more patties in there, bro? Yeah, I'd never go about calling someone like Miss or Mrs. like as a fucking teenager. No chance. And I know it's not exactly the same, but it's like it's pretty similar. Does look that way. Some crappy CGI. To be honest, I'm not as much of a fan of like the B movies that are like crappy in CGI. Sometimes it's funny, but I feel like even then I much prefer like practical effects. Like even crappy practical effects will be out good CGI a lot of the time for me in horror movies. But yeah. It's kind of like crappy movies with bad CGI are just kind of crappy movies. Crappy movies with like good practical effects are still like pretty watchable movies. If you know what I'm saying. Hey, calm that chat. True. Mm. You stinking ass. Get those girls out of here. Oh, is that House of the Dead right there? Maybe. Probably not. So womanly, bro. Again, there is something really quite charming about the show, though, isn't there? Like, I can't really put a finger on it. I really like him, even though he's like he's not the most standout character ever. I like her a lot as well. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like especially with like the main character dude, it's usually like self-insert, really boring, generic ass. But there's something about this guy that's like really nice, sweet. Maybe it's because I relate in regards to like, the horror stuff, but yeah. Oh, look who it is. Let's hope Umi doesn't get caught here. She still can't recognize him. I was going to mention the bag. Oh, is he giving her a little heads up? Yeah, no, that's really switched on of him, that, isn't it? I wouldn't think of that. That's pretty genius. You want to invite him? It's nice of her. Why is she like? She's gonna like him, isn't she? Maybe she's just being nice, but I can definitely see her maybe like, yeah, interesting. Oh, why then? Speak up, lady. Oh fucking hell, that's a harsh way of. Hey, he's so cute. He's so cute, man. Yeah, he did. Honestly, that first sentence was pretty harsh, but can't help but appreciate how he went about that. To be honest, just being brutally honest about himself. Like, I'd think that, but I wouldn't be able to say all that like out loud. Make it like some excuse or something. Yeah. Make sure he's the right guy to be friends with. You done some pretty good scouting, Umi. You chose right. And like you, I got a bit of muscle. So I think they chose a really good voice actor for him. What did she just say? I kind of missed that. I just saw balding. Oh, I didn't see bald. For some reason, I thought that said your head was balding. Your head was in the perfect spot for batting. Okay, I don't know how I got that wrong. Oh, wait a minute, she did not just say that. Some of the harsh things that said already this episode, it wouldn't surprise me too much. But yeah, I imagine the blonde girl took that pretty harsh. What Marlborough said there, and he didn't mean it that way. He was just telling the truth. But if you were to hear that, you would take that pretty harshly, I think. Like, but damn, okay. You could just say no. But I respect it. Oh no, because sometimes that is the case. There's nothing wrong about how she approached him, I don't think. She's so interested in him. Again, I don't know if it's just come in place of just like her being nice and wanting to be popular and such, or like it does seem like pretty, yeah. Never had that expression before. I'm peanut bitter jelly. That's a good. That's a good. I like that. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut bitter jelly. I like that. Never heard that. She's a bit jealous, is she? Instant text after that. Son. But they're foreign names now. Need that son. She's a freak, she is. Those legs are moving crazy right there. That is a very good day. Exactly. She's kind of like a Labrador. Is that the dog? No, golden retriever. That's the one. She reminds me of a golden retriever. Just keep like coming up to my bar, my arm. Also, I wasn't entirely wrong last week when I said I won't bother sorting out a timer, but just pause for a second. I wasn't actually entirely wrong when I said that this guy does remind me a bit of Keiichi Maibara from Higurashi. I don't think he's like based on him, but there might be a little inspiration there because it does actually look slightly similar, and it's a very similar name, isn't it? So maybe that's like a slight nod or something there. Maybe I don't know. I mean, this is an entirely different type of show, but yeah. Oh, sorry guys, a bit tired. I can't believe they exposed themselves for peeking on her. I would admit to that personally. And you got to stop apologising. No, like I she there was nothing wrong with what she done at all. Like from her perspective, it feels like you're leaving him out if you don't invite him. If you know what I'm saying, like she totally done the right thing. I think she's a nice girl. She's just different, like entirely different in terms of like she's a massive extrovert and such. So she sees these things a different way. Okay, so it I don't know if it's going that direction, like the love triangle direction, but it certainly could be. There certainly was signs of that today, wasn't there, with this girl? But it could again, it could just be the case where she's just like really nice and wants like yeah. I'm gonna take it that way for now, but I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up like liking him or something. as I said earlier, during the scene where he was like, when he explained himself and why he didn't want to join their group, that was very admirable. You can imagine someone like falling in love with someone that comes out and just says it up straight up and honest like that. But yeah, another fun episode. Another fun episode. I'm enjoying the show quite a bit so far. It's quite charming. Definitely one of the strongest romances of the season. I've got to look up my list. Might be the strongest, to be honest. Nakamura, Ganbare Nakamura is pretty good, to be fair, as well. That's definitely up there. Agents of the Four Seasons. I mean, I don't think Agents of the Four Seasons is a romance per se, but if it is categorized, then that probably would be the best. But yeah, this actually, yeah, this is either the best or second best. And I'm watching a few this season, but thank you guys very much for watching. Marriage Toxin's pretty good as well, which I literally just watched before this. But again, I'm not sure that's like got a bit of romance in there, but it does feel a bit more like actiony, not quite as pure. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, nice episode yet again here. Nice, a lot of charming scenes, just like last week. Wasn't quite as much for me to geek out about as the scene in the movie store. So hopefully we get more of that going forward. But yeah, nice little date here, we'll call it. Get this scene with like the group, and I totally understand where he's coming from. Again, like if I go from like the age of 15 to 25, for example, like the reactions I would have to this would be entirely different. Like now I would be like him. I wouldn't say it as upfront as him, no way. I would just make up some excuse, a bit like Umi was talking about earlier on. That can like bring up issues as well. But it would be much more in line with him. Whereas, like again, 10 years before that, it would be much more like, yeah, fuck it, we'll go in the group and like and so on and so forth. So, just I can kind of see both perspectives of this. Hence why I think she's actually just being incredibly nice. This girl, I'm not really too much of a fan of, to be honest. She just seems a little bit mean. Maybe she's not quite as mean as she seems, but yeah, I'm not too much of a big fan of the pink-haired girl. But some interesting developments here. Like I said, Blondie seemingly kind of getting involved. Be interested to see where that does go. Hopefully, if it is like a romance triangle thing, it won't be too long, because as I said, it's just predictable. Just always so predictable. It really does like feel pointless a lot of the time, just because I mean, you can say about a lot of things, where things, the heroes are going to win, blah blah blah. It's about how they do it and so on and so forth. But I feel like, especially with like romance love triangles, they really are just very uninteresting 99% of the time. I feel like some of the only good ones I've seen are in like Nana, for example. Nana's got some really interesting stuff going on there with Nana, Komatsu, and so on. But that's like one of the only examples I can ever bring up. So yeah, again, let me know what you guys thought about this episode though in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy this one, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll catch you guys next week with episode 3.